Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Doty, and today I have an amazing guest with me by the name of Robert Rositano, and he is the creator of FanPass Live. You might have heard of an earlier platform called Friendable, but this one, FanPass Live, gives artists an opportunity to create events, connect with their fans directly. They partner in creating merch and logos and things. It's a one-stop shop, things that we've talked about in the past, but they're really taking it to another level. Thanks for being with us, Robert.
Thanks for having me, Jerry. I appreciate it.
Man, so from Friendable to FanPass Live, talk to us about the transition, the evolution.
Absolutely. I think, you said it earlier before we started recording. You wish you had been a musician yourself. And I kind of feel the same way. I've always had an appetite for entertainment, and my brother, my business partner who helped create FanPasses, was a touring musician even back to his high school days. So watching the performances live really engaged me and our family and our friends, and music's always been in our blood. So with that being said, we started out with several different mobile apps and started testing the marketplace. We did land on something we called Friendable, but Friendable worked with a lot of celebrities and artists on strategic marketing arrangements and how we get the word out about Friendable. And although we had our experiences in the past working with artists and indie artists specifically, this was before technology could actually stream an event, and we were archiving live performances so that we could archive those events and fans could watch video from a website back in the late 90s. But as we started working and developing Friendable, we stumbled upon a unique opportunity, at least we felt it was very unique, which was artists that are performing on stage, but also offering a backstage experience or a meet and greet to their fans. We immediately noticed a bottleneck in that model where artists could only see so many fans a night before they were on to the next venue. And sometimes those fans were either geographically or financially challenged where they couldn't attend that event backstage. It's an exclusive opportunity, right? But I think we all wonder what's going on behind the scenes, and that type of content is really engaging to a fan or an audience of fans. So FanPass was originally developed to be that fly on the wall and live component to broadcast and live stream the backstage experience, having fans be able to download our app and view the backstage from the palm of their hand for about the price of downloading a couple of their favorite artists' songs. So we're not talking about a lot of money. And at the same time, taking a portion of that fan revenue that wanted to participate in that backstage experience and sharing it with the artist, whereby we create an additional recurring revenue stream for the artist that they might not otherwise have. Okay. So that was the real inspiration, Jerry, for coming up with FanPass. And as we moved towards launch, the unfortunate became a silver lining for FanPass, which was the unfortunate being COVID-19 and the pandemic. But it also put us in a position to really put our thinking caps back on, regroup with our team, and say, can we embrace what's happening to the artist community that cannot perform on stage and can't really even put food on the table or earn a living unless you're at this high level and tens of millions of fans? Let's create the virtual stage, wrap it with services, and have a platform where artists can perform from their garage, their basement, their backyard, whatever it might be, and engage their fan base with a set of tools and services that allows them to monetize from one place. It's not an Instagram live and go over here to give me a tip. Go over there to buy my merch. Let's have it all incorporated into one place, which is what FanPass Live is all about.
Okay, so really you're bringing label services or label service opportunities to an independent artist who can't afford to go out and create their own merch, doesn't have a graphic designer to do a logo, and these things, and you're bringing them all into one pot and saying, hey, we have these additional items available for you, as well as giving you the opportunity to engage one-on-one with your audience, to allow your audience to have that VIP experience that might cost you $500 or $600 if you're a big Stars fan and you want that meet and greet. So I was really impressed with that, the label services kind of situation. How did that come about?
It came about from a prior experience. Once again, Jerry, we were, my brother and I have been partners for almost 30 years now, him being heavily involved in the technology side. I'm not that guy, never have been, but looking at how fans engage with an artist, or an artist engages with their fan base, was something that we started looking at and executing on in 2005. We launched a company called America's Biggest, and it was all about America's biggest band, solo artist, and on down the road. We were bringing bands into a studio in San Francisco, and as I stated early on, recording that performance, archiving it on a website, and then allowing those bands, because band was the first category we launched with. We put up a $5,000 prize money pool at the end of every month. We would archive and record several different bands and have a kind of an offline battle of the bands, if you will, where fans could come and vote on which band they liked the best. They could purchase a hat or a t-shirt if the band had that merch, and that band would actually win that prize money at the end of every month. That company was only around for 90 days before it was acquired. But unfortunately, the acquiring party just never saw the vision, and maybe the technology restraints just put them in a position not to carry that model forward. So we never saw that vision that we had come to life. And this opportunity, I hate to say we stumbled upon it, but we did really stumble upon it as we re-engaged the artist community and started to look at how they make their money, how they earn their living, where are the pain points that we might be able to eliminate, especially for that indie artist. And when you're talking about label services, we have some things we haven't even announced yet that are going to allow artists to actually be part of playlists by other artists that we've actually curated. So we have partnerships with other artists whereby our artists coming onto the platform have an extension to distribute their music. And that's as far as I'll go with that. But we have a number of different services coming to the platform in the new year that we're very excited about.
I was kind of excited to see that not only are you, cultivating relationships with indie artists and those that are breaking, maybe on the cusp and just need that extra push, but you already got some names. Most notable to me is Murder Beats. So how have you been able to attract the celebrities? What was it? What was the key selling point for people who are already established?
Sometimes they say it's better to be lucky than good, right? And I think timing is everything. And I'd like to say we're smarter than the next guy, but I think we're in the right place at the right time, Jerry. I think that there was a panic that was felt through the industry when venues shut down, and there weren't too many artists that were comfortable to just sit back and let it play out. It was a panic mode where a lot of artists said, how am I going to earn a living when I have to stay at home? So putting the opportunity together, being able to connect all the dots with technology and services, it put us in a position where artists may not have listened otherwise, but since we were in a pandemic, they were willing to listen. And when they understood what FanPass had to offer, we were able to attract that level of artists. And as we move forward, and we focus on the indie artists and elevating their careers and distributing their music, there's going to be a point in time where we take the larger artists with the tens of millions of followers and we engage them for more online performances on FanPass, because that explosion of tens of millions of fans will then populate our community and allow them to discover new music and new artists. So that's part of the model and how we approach delivering new eyeballs and potentially new fans to the indie artists on the platform.
Okay. So, I mean, I know that United States artists are definitely flocking to the platform. I can see the movement. I'm just looking. How are you doing internationally as well?
We're just stepping off and venturing off into that market.
Okay.
We feel that we've seen some interesting upticks in our iTunes and Google Play categories and our rankings. Even in Vietnam, we've come up to the number 70 position. So we feel that it's merited for us to actually extend our reach and begin targeting some digital advertising outside the US. So stay tuned on that one, but we feel like it's a huge opportunity for us.
Yeah, there's like this huge starburst of international talent that is making its way here to the United States. And I think, and I'm not getting paid to say this, but I think that FanPass Live is probably one of the hottest topics out there on the market to help these guys break and alleviate some of the pain.
You're not going to get any argument from me. I want that to hold true for many, many months and years to come.
Yeah, I think that it will. I think that it will. What's the most satisfying for you right now about FanPass Live and this movement?
It's a great question, Jerry. And I think the most satisfying for me is, getting started. And as I said, there was a panic that went on and artists were willing to listen to anything and everything for that matter. But as we engage artists and we got on Zoom calls and we started to connect just on a personal level and found out where their pain points really are, these artists they're elated with the services that we offer. And they can't believe the responsiveness they get from our team. Mm-hmm. And wow, you're going to create the merch and you're going to give me designs to choose from, and then you're going to share the revenue and you're going to drop ship for me, and I don't have to pay for inventorying any of this merch. The excitement that I feel coming from the artist community about the support and the services that we're providing, that's the most satisfying to me and our team. Because if you've read through our material, you'll see that we're positioned as, we like to say, we're an artist partner. And I feel like above anything else and all the services and all the noise, we are an artist partner, and we're trying to figure out how can we help that artist elevate their career and earn that living, whether it's augmenting their annual tour and maybe only part of it's virtual, or let's take the entire thing virtual and let's show you how you can earn online through mobile app and our website.
What about ease of use and functionality for the artist and the end user?
I think that we've tried to take every bit of technology that typically creates roadblocks, and we've taken all those roadblocks out. We've tried to make simple 3-step approaches to getting them live, setting up an event, or having a simple touch with our team that will allow our team to take over the controls, if you will, if things become too technical. The only time an artist is really stepping out into a more technical setup for an event is if they decide to use our platform on a multi-camera shoot. And they're actually going to produce an event that's got lighting and pyro and things of that nature. And they're going to use maybe something like OBS and connect it through a computer and a multiple camera setup. Then yes, they're going to involve a tech or someone from our team. Otherwise, we've made everything very simple. They can go live from their phone. Our FAQs are very dialed in, and the testing is something that we do constantly. I mean, as you can see, even the setup behind me is designed. We can test live streams right from the office. And if there's an issue or a glitch or a tweak that needs to be made, we can see it and identify it and fix it right here.
Okay. So 5 years from now, what's your prediction for FanPass Live and the virtual concert experience?
my crystal ball.
Ah,
I think my prediction is that FanPass becomes a household name, that we have hundreds of thousands of artists performing and launching their careers out of the platform, earning revenue that other artists are attracted to. And we continue to see artists augmenting their tours with a virtual component. That's truly what I see. And whether it's 5 shows a year or the entire show is virtual, you know, unfortunately you have events even with the Travis Scott performance where, you know, whether it's a pandemic or people are just afraid for their lives to actually venture into a venue, there seems to be something new every day that promotes what we're doing here at FanPass Live. And I really hope that the word gets out sooner than later.
okay. What's the most important thing that you'd like for people to know about FanPass Live?
The most important thing is that this business wasn't designed out of our need to take advantage of anyone or any situation to turn a profit. This is a company that was developed and envisioned for probably 25 years between my brother and our family and other entertainment partnerships that we've had throughout our careers. And to be able to bring this to life and offer it up to the artist community in such a unique situation, I really would like everybody to know that we're in this for the right reason. And we are a true artist partner. And that's what we're here for. We're here to listen and to support and to create new tools that the artists have to tell us what they need.
Right.
So we're here to kind of field that feedback, if you will.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't make music, but I come across it as a journalist, obviously, with 200 or 300 new artists every day that are looking for outlets and ways to market and promote. And FanPass seems to have a great answer to straighten out the maze, to make it, you know, a to Z with certain benchmarks that you hit in between, and give them an opportunity to really develop as artists and learn the business from a friendly platform, you know what I mean, and understand kind of what they need. And that the fact that your customer support, your artist relations people are like on point and readily available, I think that makes a big difference. It's a huge differentiator between a lot of the other companies that profess to be on the side of the indie artists. So I really want to thank you guys for your leadership in that role, and hopefully, you know, you'll be at the top of the mountain and others will try to follow you. But I believe the FanPass will be around for decades. And so, you know, it's a big thank you to me as a layperson, just saying these guys are struggling as it is, and to have real people care about their careers and sharing revenue with them and not taking advantage of them is an important thing in this industry. Is there anything, Robert, that you wanted to cover that I may have missed?
Well, Jerry, first of all, I think I might steal that straightening out the maze. I like that. I like it a lot. And I think that's exactly what we're here to do. And straightening out that maze, I think I'd just like to reiterate that everything we do is about sharing. So as an artist is onboarded into our system or onto the platform, we're taking in maybe existing artwork or existing graphics or approved images, but then we're going immediately back to them and we're trying to get ideas and concepts and colors and designs. What do you like? Let's come up with some new vision for your merch. We're going to share that revenue with you. Let's onboard you and set up a couple of events so you can get a flavor of how the online performance works. Set that up. They keep 100% of the ticket sales that they're able to sell. They want to promote that event to their Instagram followers and Twitter and Facebook. Our team will create that promotion, help schedule the postings, send it out for them, and actually help in the design and promotion process. They're performing live. Their fans want to tip that artist. Tipping is built in. So every step along the way, from onboarding to successful event management, the artist has opportunities to earn. And most of all, and I don't want to forget, every single month, FanPass comes up with a unique promotion or a contest, if you will, that incentivizes the artist to perform and to drive fans to that performance. In October, we actually did a double down promotion that allowed the artists to do ticket sales, merch sales, and we would double everything that they earned. In November, we have a new promotion where we're stacking their earnings and we're allowing them to earn over and above the ticket sales and everything that they do to sell merch. We're going to incentivize them every month and feed our artist community with additional cash and opportunities to earn.
Wow. Okay. Talk about giving people an opportunity to feed themselves and their families. FanPass Live is that. You want to make a living, here's an opportunity to really do it. Follow the guidelines and the path that they set out for you. And how can you not be successful? Robert, thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Jerry. Thanks for having me.
All right. The Hype Magazine live sessions, FanPass Live. Go check them out. FanPass Live, their app, and online at fanpasslive.com. Check it out. And we're out.